welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be reviewing the NYX Total Control Foundation Drops. So I'll just get right into the video. So first off, I got this from Target. It was on sale for $6.99. Some colors were $4.99, but the one I got was a little bit more. It was originally $13.99. A lot of the NYX products were going on clearance. I'm not sure exactly why. I see online Ulta and other stores are selling it for, let's see, $7, but the NYX website has it still for $14 full price. So this foundation is said to be sheer to full coverage with a soft matte finish. Velvety matte formula. It's a buildable foundation. It has a glass dropper to help fine-tune desired coverage. It's cruelty-free and vegan, which is amazing. Let's see. So this said it was for oily and normal combination skin. I have combination skin, so I get oily in the T-zone, but other areas gets really dry. So I hope that this will last me for at least a few hours. So this is what the packaging looks like. This is in the shade Vanilla TCDF06. You guys can see that. So let's go ahead and open it. It looks very pale. Looking online, this looked like the only like warm light shade, as I've gone very light in the winter. So I hope that this will match. And if you guys can see, it's like very liquidy. You can see it kind of looks like water in there. So it says shake well. I'm gonna shake it. And as you guys can see, I already have my eye and eyebrow makeup on. And to actually get started, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm just gonna put it on some areas of my face. You can see how sensitive my skin is, like even when I put on primer. All right, so now that the primer's on, let's put this on the back of my hand. You can see how runny it is. All right, let's see if this matches my neck. Just gonna take my finger. To be honest, it does look like it matches. So let's rub it against my jawline to see. Okay, so it feels very light, but it has really good coverage once it's on. And it does dry very velvety matte. Like you can feel it's kind of like a powdery finish. And I'm planning to set it with powder, so I wonder how that's gonna be. So this is just with my finger. I think the application is really nice with your fingers. You guys can see. That is really nice. So you can see before and after. I'm gonna apply this with both a sponge and a brush to show you guys. So maybe like one, I think this is like one whole drop. So I'm gonna take a damp Real Technique sponge, just a little bit. I feel like the coverage definitely goes down when you use a sponge. You guys can see, like I have a lot of redness still peeking through. I don't like the application with the sponge. You guys can see a lot of my acne spots are still being shown. Like the finger application looked a lot better. So I'm just gonna disregard the sponge. I'm gonna use my finger on this side of my face. There's not really a scent to it. It just smells kind of like rubber gloves, but it's like very subtle. You don't really smell anything, in case anyone's like sensitive to smell. Okay, so as I started rubbing, you can see it's like caking up where my primer is. I don't know because of the motion I'm using or if it's just my skin. That's weird. Yeah, so like it's very weird with the finger application. So I'm gonna use a brush. So you guys can see like it's like breaking up with my finger. I don't know if it's because of the primer and this is not like a good combination, but you guys can see even with the sponge, it looks a lot less noticeable. If you guys like sheer coverage, I think this is like really nice, and then you don't even have to put powder on. But let's go ahead and use the brush. So the packaging definitely reminds me of the Catrice foundation. I wouldn't say the formula is the same because they're very different. This looks very pale, like ghostly pale, but I wonder if this is gonna oxidize. All right, so I'll be honest, it clings to my dry spots and maybe I do have peach fuzz, but I usually don't have this problem with other foundations. So I don't really like that at all. It just looks really bad on camera. In person, it's like not too bad, but again, it's very pale. Like this is not my shade. So it looks a little bit better the second time with a sponge. So this is what the full face looks like. I had to put so much bronzer on because the shade was so light. So you guys can see it set really nicely. I was expecting it would break up when I applied the bronzer and contour, but to be honest, it like really set and it blended out really nicely with my bronzer. You guys can see a little close up. It looks flawless. So I guess I was judging when I put it on initially, but after you like wait a little bit, it like really looks good. And it kind of looks like it matches my neck, to be honest. And again, I had to put so much bronzer on and really just like blend it into my neck, my ears, and like the back of my neck. So I'm gonna set half of my face with the Morphe setting spray just to show you guys like how it looks if you guys were to set it with a spray. And in a few hours, I'll update you guys on how the face looks. Hey guys, so it's about 6 hours later. So you guys can see the foundation has definitely worn out. It is not looking great on my skin. I do have oily skin, but you saw earlier I did put the e.l.f. putty primer. Maybe if I use a different primer, it would have been a little bit better. You can see on the left side of my face, this is where I only put setting powder. I had setting spray on this side, and looking in the mirror next to me, it looks like this side, the cheek area is a little bit, it has more coverage on the side that I put setting spray. On this side, you can see in my cheeks, the oil is breaking up the foundation product. You can see my red spots are peeking through. You can see under the eyes, I had a very thin layer of foundation and then I put concealer on, and that is even wearing off. I do tend to rub my eyes a lot, so that could explain why a lot of it's off. Yeah, so if you have oily skin, I would probably go with a different foundation. I personally would not buy this again. It looks like it didn't really oxidize, so it's still a very light color. Maybe if I got a little bit darker of a shade, it maybe would have worked out better, but I can't put too many excuses for what I'm seeing right now. I didn't go out. I was just kind of like in my apartment. So no like difference in environmental settings. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think about this foundation. If you guys want to see any other videos, please let me know down in the comments. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.